good. $1,450. $3,000? Nope. I could do $350. Looks cool. Add to cart. Alright, check out. Your order is on its way. Sweet. Wow. Hey, I'm Trayson, and today I'm checking out the new Google Pixel 4a. I'm pretty excited about this new phone, and I've been using the original Google Pixel XL for almost 4 years now. 4 years. I've really loved my Pixel, but unfortunately, as you saw with the dramatic intro, the battery is starting to drain pretty quick, so I figured it was time for a new phone. I switched to Google's Project Fi plan to save some money, and they didn't support iPhones. So I had to look at other phones, and I ended up going with the Google Pixel, and I love it. It's been an awesome phone, and the reason I had to switch was because Google's plan uses 3 different companies' cell towers, and iPhones can't hop to different towers with different providers. So I was forced to switch phones, and I ended up liking the Android system more than I thought I would, coming from an iPhone. And after some time, it really stinks when your battery starts draining quicker than it should, and mine hasn't gotten too bad yet, but it was getting to the point that I started to notice it. And then I saw some ads for the Google Pixel 4a, and having a Pixel already, this caught my eye. Then I saw the price tag. Only $350. You can't find any smartphones under $1,000 typically, so I was super excited for this and very glad that I did. Spoiler alert. When I ordered the phone, they said it'd be about 3 or 4 weeks before I got it, which I was a little bummed about, but not too big of a deal since my phone was still working fine. And surprisingly enough, I got an email about a week later that my phone had shipped, so I got it several weeks before they estimated, I thought. So good job, Google, on under-promising and over-delivering. As you saw in the intro, the phone comes with a plug-in charger, obviously, a USB to USB-C adapter if you need it to help you transfer stuff from your old phone to your new phone. And the setup was extremely easy, and I barely had to do anything to get it all working. I started the phone up, selected transfer data option, and it directed me to plug in my old phone to the new one, and the old phone popped up a screen, and I clicked to confirm the transfer, and then it was on its way. It took about 20 to 25 minutes to transfer all my stuff over, which wasn't too bad, but the cool thing was, I didn't have to sit and wait for it to finish the transfer. It did the transfer in the background, while I kept setting the phone up. It was a super easy transfer process, and anyone could do it. One super cool thing was it laid out all my apps in the same layout I had on my old phone. I didn't have to research all my old apps, re-download them, organize them, put them into their folders. It was all done for me and ready to go. I ended up just changing the background just to have a new look with a new phone. I didn't want it the same old look that I've had for years, so that's about all I had to do. So the Pixel XL is a large phone, so the 4a felt quite a bit smaller in my hand for the first day. It wasn't enough that I felt like I had downsized though. I actually really like the size of this phone, and the screen extends to the edges, unlike the Pixel XL, which had some large bezels at the top and bottom. So I've got a smaller phone with about the same screen size, which I really liked. I don't like having stuff in my pocket, so it's nice to have a smaller, compact phone with the same screen size I'm used to. They ended up doing the hole punch look, where instead of having the notch, which I actually like the hole punch better personally. That's just a personal preference. I like that it's off to the side. It's just a small circle in the corner of the screen. It's not a big notch in the middle at the top of the screen. There is only one camera on the back, which a lot of the new phones have multiple cameras, but Google has done a fantastic job with their software to allow you to take the most incredible photos and a great video just with a single camera. So I'm going to do a whole separate video on doing photo and video on this phone and what I would do, So watch out for that. But it's a great setup, and you have to remember, with any of these drawbacks, this phone is only $350 out of the box. So of course there's going to be some downsides, but it's a great phone. Speaking of the downsides, obviously with this being a cheaper phone, some of the other things they did to cut cost are it's covered in plastic. It doesn't have a glass back. So if you're used to wireless charging, that might be an issue, but I'd never wireless charge, so that was fine by me. And I throw a case on right away, so I'm not feeling any different. I just feel the screen and then my case. So that was no big deal for me. The screen on this is awesome. It's not super high quality. It's a 1080p screen, but it's an OLED screen. So I noticed immediately the picture was super sharp, fantastic colors. I was really impressed by this screen. Another thing I noticed on this phone was the fingerprint reader on the back was a little more flush with the phone than it is on the XL. So before the case is on, my finger would just lightly breeze over the fingerprint reader. So it took me a second to find it. If I was just holding it in front of me and I was moving my finger around, it was harder to stop on the right spot. But now that I've got a case on here, there's a big groove, so that's not an issue anymore. But if you like your phone bare, that might be something to note, but not a big deal. My apps have all run very smoothly, and of course the battery has been fantastic, which was the whole point in me upgrading phones. So far I've loved it, and if it's anything like my old Pixel, it will last me for years to come. I'm also very impressed with the camera. I'm looking forward to doing that video to show you some more of what it can do and its capabilities, but Google has done an amazing job making all this work to its full potential, and keeping this in such a small budget was awesome. For somebody trying to save money, this is a super affordable phone to get brand new. On the website, you can select your carrier or even order the phone unlocked from Google. So feel free to check it out, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I hope you got something from it, something useful. Hope it helped you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.